Attorney Kratz. The state would call Dan Kucharski to the stand. The clerk, raise your right hand. Deputy Dan Kucharski, called as a witness herein, having first been duly sworn, was examined and testified as follows. The clerk, please be seated. Please state your name and spell your last name for the record. The witness, Daniel J. Kucharski, Kucharski. Direct examination by Attorney Kratz. Question. Mr. Kucharski, how are you employed? Answer. I'm employed with the Calumet County Sheriff's Office as a patrol deputy. Question. What are your duties as a patrol deputy? Answer. Routine patrol, and I'm also an evidence tech for the department. Question. Just briefly, tell us what an evidence tech is, please. Answer. Search for, identify, and collect evidence at crime scenes. Question. Deputy Kucharski, between the 5th of November, 2005, and the 11th of November, 2005, were you asked to serve in that capacity as an evidence tech, and did you, in fact, search residences, outbuildings, and other areas of the Avery property? Answer. Yes, I did. Question. I'm going to specifically ask you about the residence of Stephen Avery. Let's refer to exhibit number 3. It's a little bit bigger. It's a diagram which has a depiction of something called Stephen Avery's residence. Do you recognize that? Answer. Yes, I do. Question. And if you can take that device that's in front of you, the yellow button in the middle of it would be the laser pointer part of it. Could you tell us if you have had occasion during that relevant time frame to search the interior of what's identified on that diagram as the Stephen Avery residence? Answer. Yes, on 2 separate occasions. I was inside the Stephen Avery evidence, searching and collecting evidence. Question. You said on 2 separate occasions. Are you aware that Mr. Avery's residence, and in fact many of the residences, outbuildings, office, and the like, were searched on more than one occasion? Answer. Yes. Question. Perhaps you can explain for the court the nature of those searches and why more than one search was done, specifically of Stephen Avery's residence. Answer. On the 6th, that would have been Sunday, myself and my search team were given the task to collect 2 weapons, some bedding, and a vacuum from the Avery residence. Question. All right, let's talk about that for a minute. This residence. Can you describe what kind of a residence it is? Answer. It was a trailer home. The address was 12932 Avery Road. It was red in color. Question. The interior of this residence, did it include rooms that normal residences would have? That is, bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchen, things like that? Answer. Yes, it did. Question. Was one of the rooms an area that you believe to be that of Stephen Avery's bedroom? Answer. Yes. Question. Can you tell the court why you believe that to be Mr. Avery's bedroom? Answer. We did find what we called identifiers inside the bedroom. Papers, pictures, things with Stephen Avery's name on it, photos of Stephen Avery. Question. All right. In that room, that included these personal identifiers and pictures of Mr. Avery, did you find any firearms? Answer. Yes, we did. We located and collected 2 rifles that were on the wall above the bed in that room. Question. Describe those rifles for me, please. Answer. One was a Glenfield Model 60 .22 caliber semi-automatic rifle. The other was a Connecticut Valley Arms 50 caliber muzzle-loading black powder rifle. Question. Were you the officer who actually seized and collected those items? Answer. Yes. Question. Now, Officer Kucharski, before we go any further, I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification as Plaintiff's Exhibits 7, 8, and 9. Ask if you can identify those exhibits and tell us what they are, please. Answer. These are state of Wisconsin court records, judgments of convictions against Stephen Avery. Question. Specifically, Exhibit number 7. Is that a record, certified record, regarding a Manitowoc County case number 80 CR 773? Answer. Yes, it is. And does it list a conviction dated March 23rd? The court. Just a second. Attorney Kratz. I'm sorry, Judge. The court. Mr. Loy, does the defense require details on these exhibits? Attorney Loy. Your Honor, I think the court could take judicial notice, based on the certified convictions, that Mr. Avery does have at least one felony conviction. The court. All right. Is the state offering Exhibits 7, 8, and 9? Attorney Kratz. I am, Judge, and if there is a stipulation, I will be happy to accept that, as Mr. Avery having prior convictions that remain of record unreversed. The court. For purposes of this hearing, any objection from the defense? Attorney Loy. No objection, Your Honor. The court. All right. 7, 8, and 9 are admitted. Question by Attorney Kratz. Deputy Kucharski, in a further search of Mr. Avery's property, did you have occasion to search what's identified on Diagram 3, at least, with a gray box and a similar representation on the photograph, Exhibit number 2, Mr. Avery's garage? Answer. Yes, I did. That was also on the 6th of November. Myself and my search team were asked to search and collect any evidence that we found inside the garage. Question. And did you do that? Answer. Yes, I did. Question. And upon searching the garage, did you find any evidence which may be relevant to firearms? Answer. Yes, we did. We found empty .22 caliber long rifle casings. Question. What are referred to as spent shell casings? Answer. That's correct. Question. How many of those did you find in that garage? Answer. 10 of them. Question. Now, Deputy Kucharski, you talked about different or additional searches of Mr. Avery's residence or his property. Did that occur by you? Answer. Yes. On the 8th, we were given the task, myself and my team were given the task, to collect a few specific pieces of evidence at the Stephen Avery residence, and then conduct a thorough search of the residence. Question. When we're talking about a thorough search of the residence, could you describe for the court why that search may have been different than previous searches that you had performed of Avery's residence? Answer. The first time we were sent into the residence, we were specifically told just to collect the 3 separate items, the weapons, the bedding, and the vacuum, from the middle bedroom. We did not search it at all. Question. So the court is clear, at least on that first day, you didn't do what you would call, at least, a thorough search of Mr. Avery's residence. Is that right? Answer. That's correct. Question. What did you do? Question. Question. What day did you do that? Answer. That was on Tuesday, the 8th. Question. And during the search of Mr. Avery's residence, including his bedroom, what, if anything, did you find of interest? Answer. We collected pornographic material. We collected ammunition that we found in the bedroom. And then, at one point, we found a key that appeared to be from a Toyota vehicle. Collected that. Question. Could you tell me within the residence or within the bedroom where that Toyota key was found? Answer. Toyota key would have been found about 2 feet away from the door entering into the residence. next to the bed. It was on the floor when we found it, next to a cabinet that my team had been searching. Question: did you have occasion to collect that key? Answer: yes, I did. Question: and did anybody, to your knowledge, other than you, with the use of latex gloves or some other protective device, anybody ever touch that key other than you? Answer: not while it was in my possession. Question: after processing the key, after collecting it and placing it into an evidence bag and sealing it, did you have that key sent to the Wisconsin State Crime Laboratory for further analysis? Answer: yes, I did. Attorney Kratz: that's all the questions I have of Deputy Kucharski, Judge. Thank you. The court. Mr. Loy. Cross-examination by Attorney Loy. Question: Officer Kucharski, did you review any reports of any prior searches before you did your search on the 8th? Answer: no, I did not. Question: did you talk with any officer who had done any previous searches? Answer: not about the search of the residence, no. Question: who else was searching with you? Answer: at which time? Question: on the 8th, when you testified you found the key. Answer: that would be Lieutenant Lenk and Sergeant Colborn. Question: and were the three of you in the bedroom at the same time? Answer: yes, we were. Question: and how were you conducting this search? What were the three of you doing? Answer: generally start top to bottom. You work your way methodically through the room, open everything, look under everything, look through everything. Question: would that include, for instance, sorting through everything that you found in a drawer? Answer: yes. Question: okay, and taking each item out of the drawer and looking at it and then putting it back. Is that how you do it? Answer: to a certain point. Question: okay, during this search, were you and the other officers wearing gloves? Answer: yes, we were. Question: and did you wear the same gloves throughout the search? Answer: no. Question: how often would the three of you change gloves? Answer: I can only testify as to what I did there. As I would be writing or photographing, it was tough to do with the gloves on, so I would take them off periodically and take fresh gloves then. Question: so, how often did you change your gloves, do you think? Answer: in a day or just a time period. Question: well, I'm talking specifically about the search on November 8th. Answer: okay, I did several searches on that day. The search of the Avery Residence, Stephen Avery's residence, I probably changed my gloves approximately 2 or 3 times. Question: all right, when did you change those gloves? Answer: like I said, usually it was if I had to write something or if I was photographing. Question: do you remember the specific times when you changed the gloves? Answer: no. Question: do you remember changing gloves around the time that the key was found? Answer: yes, I did. Question: and what could you tell us about that? Answer: we were finishing up the search in the room. I had finished up the section that I was searching, the nightstand. I took off my gloves. Lieutenant Lenk was making a phone call. That was why I took off my gloves. We had finished up the search of that room. We were finishing up the search of that room. Question: were you and the other searchers watching each other during this search? Answer: during this specific time that we were in Stephen Avery's bedroom, we were, at minimum, 3 or 4 feet away from each other. It's a small bedroom. We were always in each other's peripheral vision. Question: but you weren't watching each other, were you? Answer: we were searching. Correct. Question: were you looking at what you were searching? Is that right? Answer: yes. Question. Okay. Now, this key, you are saying, was found on the floor? Answer. Yes. Question. Was it underneath anything? Answer. Not when we saw it, no. Question. Okay. You had been in the room for how long before the key was noticed? Answer. I'm not sure. It was less than an hour. Question. Okay. It was just when you saw it there. It was sitting out there in plain view, right on the floor. Is that right? Answer. Yes. Question. Okay. And no one had seen it for at least an hour? Answer. Correct. Question. And when you had been at the residence before, on November 6th, no one had seen the key then either, right? Answer. I didn't see the key then. I can't testify to anybody else. Question. No one mentioned seeing it. Attorney Kratz. Judge, I'm going to interpose an objection. I think this officer said he didn't search on the 6th. I think that is his testimony. The court. Well, he was in the bedroom to pick up some items. He didn't thoroughly search it. I think that was his testimony. Question by Attorney Loy. Just to clarify, on the 6th of November, you did go in the bedroom, is that right? Answer. Yes, I walked into the bedroom. I looked at the weapons on the wall. Then I walked out into the living room. Question. Okay, and you went in there with Lieutenant Lenk, Detective Remaker, and Sergeant Colborn, is that right? Answer. On the 6th? Yes, that's correct. Question. On the 6th, and Lieutenant Lenk and Officer Colborn are officers of Calumet County? Answer. No, Manitowoc County. Question. And Officer Remaker is also from Manitowoc County? Answer. Also yes. Question. Okay. And to your knowledge, no one saw this key sitting on the floor at that time? Answer. Not that I know of. Question. When you finally did see the key, was it pretty obvious? Answer. Yes, it was laying out in the open. Question. Okay. And do you have any explanation for... Strike that. Now, there was also a search done on November 5th. Is that right? Answer. Search of... Question. Of Mr. Avery's residence. Steve Avery's residence. Answer. I don't know for sure. Question. Is that the day when... Let me just find it here. Is that the day when you took the vacuum cleaner? Answer. No. Question. That was the day when Steve Avery's residence was searched, pursuant to a warrant. Is that right? Answer. I'm not aware on the 5th. I was searching the junkyard with cadaver dogs. Question. So, you were present for the search on the 5th? Correction. Question. So you weren't present for the search on the 5th? Answer. If there was one, correct. I was not at the Stephen Avery residence on the 5th. Question. Okay. And so you don't know if a thorough search was done on that day or not? Answer. Correct. Question. What's a thorough search? Could you describe that? Answer. Again, starting top to bottom, open everything, look under everything. Question. Had you talked with any officers about the search on the 5th? Answer. Again, not about the search on the 5th, no. Were you aware there had been a search done on the 5th? Answer. I don't remember at what point I heard about any searches. Question. Were you aware that there was also a search done with Mr. Avery's consent on November 4th? Answer. No. Question. But as far as you know, no one saw this key until November 8th. Is that right? Answer. Correct. Question. Now, when you saw the key, what did you do next? Answer. It was actually Lieutenant Lenk that saw the key first. Question. Okay. Answer. He pointed to the floor and said, "There's a key there." We all kind of looked at the key. I said, "Stop. Everybody stop their searching." I took the camera, photographed the key, put on a pair of gloves, and took the key into custody. Question. Okay, and how do you do that? Answer. I put it inside a paper bag that I brought into the residence from my evidence kit. It was a new paper bag. Question. Okay, this evidence kit, what was in your evidence kit? Answer. Evidence collection materials. Question. What kind of things? Answer. I have a tackle box full of equipment, fingerprint equipment, and then in the back seat of the squad, I also put plastic bags, paper bags, boxes, that type of thing. Question. Was there any other evidence in this kit? Answer. No. Question. Okay. And were the bags in the kit? Answer. The bags were inside a plastic bag, sealed in a plastic bag like you get from a store. I opened up the plastic bag when I started taking things into evidence. Question. What kind of bag did you put the key in? Answer. Just a paper, kind of a lunch bag. Question. Okay. Answer. Brown paper. Question. Can you describe the process that you went through in collecting the key? What did you do? Attorney Kratz. Your Honor, I'm going to interpose an objection. I haven't until this point, but this is well beyond probable cause determination. This is all discovery. The Court. Mr. Lloyd. Attorney Lloyd. Well, Your Honor, I think this is a pretty crucial piece of evidence. I think it's important in determining plausibility to determine how this piece of evidence was found and what was done with it. That's what I'm trying to determine here. The Court. Well, the question here at a prelim is plausibility rather than credibility. I think questions on both sides have probably gone beyond what's normally involved in the scope of a prelim. I'm going to sustain the objection. I understand that eventually this may be crucial for the defense, but for purposes of prelim, I'm going to sustain the objection. Attorney Lloyd. Okay. By Attorney Lloyd. How long were you in Mr. Avery's residence on the 8th? Answer. I would have to look at my report to see the exact time. It was several hours. Question. At least a couple hours? Answer. Yes. Question. And the other officers were also in there at the same time? Answer. Yes. Question. With you? Okay. Those were 2 other officers? Answer. On the 8th, correct, the other people in my search team. Question. That was Officer Colborn and Officer Lenk? Answer. Sergeant Colborn, Lieutenant Lenk, yes. Question. Would you be willing to just draw us a diagram of exactly where this key was found? Attorney Kratz. Judge, same objection. This is just what the court, I think, had hoped wouldn't happen. Goes well beyond the preliminary hearing scope. Attorney Lloyd. I think it goes to plausibility, Your Honor. It seems that this key was within obvious sight, and I guess it's surprising and somewhat disturbing that the key hadn't been noticed before. So I'm just trying to develop more information about the location of the key. The Court. Well, the witness has already testified that the key was out in the open. Clearly understand your point on credibility, but on plausibility, there's nothing to prevent it. So I'm going to sustain the objection. Attorney Lloyd. Thank you, Your Honor. Question by Attorney Lloyd. The key was near some bedroom slippers? Answer. Yes. Question. How close to the bedroom slippers was it? Answer. A couple inches away. Question. And there's a desk. There's a cabinet right next to the desk, is that right? Answer. Yes. Question. And then next to that was some bedroom slippers? Answer. Next to the cabinet was the key, and then the bedroom slippers. Question. All right. Were the bedroom slippers moved during the search? Answer. Yes. Question. And that's something that you ordinarily would do, right? Answer. Yes. Question. Okay. And do you remember, did you move the bedroom slippers or did someone else? Answer. One of the other search team members moved the slippers. Question. And those slippers were moved before the key was seen? Answer. Yes. Question. And the first time they were moved, nobody saw the key? Answer. The key wasn't there the first time they were moved. Question. Do you have any idea how the key got there? Answer. Yes, we were searching the cabinet. Lieutenant Lenk and Sergeant Colborn were searching the cabinet next to the desk. They were pulling books in and out of the cabinet, photographs in and out of the cabinet. They were moving the cabinet, eventually putting the books and photographs and things back into the cabinet, banging things around, moving it. We believe it either fell out of the cabinet or from some place hidden inside the cabinet or underneath the cabinet or in back of the cabinet. Question. You didn't actually see this happen, though? Answer. No. Question. You didn't hear anything fall to the ground? Answer. It was carpeted. No, we didn't hear anything. Question. Okay. Did you go back and look in the cabinet again to try to figure out where the key might have come from? Answer. No. Question. Okay. So your testimony today about where the key might have come from, that's an educated guess on your part? Would that be fair to say? Answer. Yes. Attorney Loy. Nothing further. The court. Any redirect? Attorney Kratz. Not for this hearing, Judge. The court. All right. The witness is excused. We'll take our afternoon break at this time. Attorney Kratz. How long, Judge? The court. After 10 minutes, I would like counsel to see me in chambers. Recess taken.